How did you get into kicking?
I played soccer since I was like 3 years old, and then whenever I was in high school, my freshman year, my parents were like, "Hey, you should try football." At first I was like, I don't really want to. I mean, I like soccer, like that's my favorite sport. But soccer's in the spring, football's in the fall, and they're like, "Well, you're not gonna do anything or nothing in the fall." And I'm like, "Okay, I guess I'll go try football." And plus we have like a B team. B team is just freshmen, and then JV varsity after that. And the B team coach needed a kicker, and so they just asked me to come do it. And then I ended up actually liking it more than soccer after that. And that's pretty much how I got into it.
What was like the transition of, was it different learning how to kick a football, or?
I mean, in terms of technicality, whenever you're kicking a football, like the sweet spot on it is a little different. It's like higher up than a soccer ball. Like soccer ball, you're like meeting the ball with the ground, like a lot more. Like it's like a finer detail. Plus, there's a lot more room for error. I think in soccer, like say you make like a bad kick, like it'll just go out of bounds or you miss the shot. Like in kicking, every kick is like important. So you gotta, you gotta focus a lot more on just like the repetition of the kick versus in soccer there's like many kicks you gotta do, but it's also not as pressure whenever you do them.
What did you enjoy, like when you started playing football, what did you enjoy about it?
The atmosphere. There's no atmosphere like football, not even close. In soccer, like you score a goal, like a loud cheer, but if you hit like a big time field goal, like or like a big time touchdown, even just watching it, being a part of that team is something special. But you're not gonna get roars like you do from football and any other sport.
How did you just end up at Iowa?
I mean, there's all kinds of factors that came into that. What introduced me to Iowa? Well, I always knew about Iowa. Like it wasn't like a foreign thing, like it might be to some people back in South Carolina. But my parents are from around here, and my mom grew up an Iowa fan, so like it would be on the TV, and you know. And when I first started going to my kicking coach, Dan Warner, back in Charlotte, North Carolina, it was like the third time I'd ever gone to him. It was like a small session, and Keith Duncan was at the session. I met him, and then he like put in the good word with Coach Woods over there, and that's how I got on the radar. And then I ended up coming to the specialist camp, and I did pretty good. So that's how I got here. And I mean, did you ask the reasons why I came here?
I mean, no, but you can, if you want to go into that.
All right, well, I mean, I guess the reasons I came here is like, it's a pretty high academic school. Like I took the SAT a couple times just to get a score like acceptable here. Plus, I mean, I take into account playing time into like a lot of things, and I feel like here my best opportunity was to play like the quickest, because like you get 4 or 5 years and you're done. Like you never get to go back. So like I wanted to go to the place where I was going to be able to have the best chance to get on the field the quickest.
How far